Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you what the Bezier tool does. So I'm going to show you the anatomy of the Bezier tool. So without further ado, let's dive right into our video. Alright, so I'll click on the Bezier tool, and if you click on the Bezier tool, this is how it shows up. So what is the Bezier tool? Bezier tool is one of the tools that we use in graphic design, and it's on PC applications, and it's on the mobile devices too. So this one is in Pixellab. So I'm talking with respect to Pixellab. So Bezier tool, also called the beziercurvetool, allows us to create straight curves and also use points in creating the curve, other than using our mouse pointer or our tablet stylus to create these lines. You can also use the Bezier tool to draw different images. So I'm just going to show you the things that you can use the Bezier tool to do before we dive into how to move or things that are involved in the Bezier tool. So I'm coming to, first of all, let me delete this one. I'm coming here. So on this particular image right here, I'm not the original designer of this image, so it was designed by T Media Designs on Pinterest. You can go and follow him. So you see this love image, or this love shape that the images have been clipped into. Yes, so you can use the Bezier tool to achieve this effect. Another thing that you can use the Bezier tool to do is this particular one. So you can see this particular design, which is looking like an eye. So let me just draw something briefly. These edges, the entire space over here, and this one too. All these things can be achieved by the Bezier tool. All right, so let me just go back and clear this. All right, okay, so I'll bring this here. I don't really need it, but let it be there. Okay, so let me just hide this and we continue with the Bezier tool. So I'll click on the Bezier tool, and so this is the Bezier tool. It has two anchor points. So these are the points that you can use in drawing or in curving, whatever you want to use it for. You can actually use it in logo designs. It's very good and you get an accurate result. So let's start by the Bezier modes. So first I will use the plus button here, and we see what the plus button here does. Now if you click on the plus button, you realize that it is adding another set of this Bezier with two anchor points over here. So I can click on it severally to get more of this Bezier tool with two anchor points. Now this arrow back button over here, this particular one, shows you or moves you back to the previous Bezier tool. So let me just click on it, then you see what I'm referring to. So you can see originally I was on this one, on the last one, that's the ninth one. Then if I move back, I'm moving to number 8. So the number over here will tell you the particular Bezier point that you are on. So if I move here, I'm going to number 3, and you can see that I'm on the 3rd one. So this is what the move back does. So the next thing is copy. So if I am standing or I am on number 3 and I want to copy that same shape or the arrangement, the alignment of that Bezier anchor points, I'll just click on copy. So let me just move to the last number here. Sorry, so I'll redo this. So now I'll come back to the last one here, then I'll click on copy. You can see I'm having the same effect like I said earlier. So the next thing is the forward moving. So the forward here. So let me just use the forward. So if you click on the forward, you see that you are moving towards the last one, which is the 10th one, and if you are clicking on the back, you are moving towards the first one, which is the Bezier tool number 1. Now this minus over here, it works opposite to the plus. What I'm trying to say is that whilst the plus is adding more of these Bezier tools onto the space, the minus is rather subtracting it or removing it from the space. So if I click on the minus, you can see I am removing all of them, and if I click on the plus, I'm coming back. So that is when this particular side is selected. So this side is selected, so that is when those things happen. So what if the second one is selected, this particular one, when it is selected? Now when it is selected, it gives you another the pointer that you can actually use to manipulate the bezier or the shape that you want to create. So if I click on this pointer, I can use it and rotate it anyhow I want to form the particular shape that I needed. Or you can also click on the second or the other anchor point and use the other side too. So this is what it does. Now if I click on the third mode, what it does is that the currently selected Bezier tool will be, you will be able to move the currently selected Bezier tool. Let me just click on, yeah, you can see that I'm able to move it away from the rest or the group. Okay, so let me just bring it back here and we move on to actions. So the actions here, the first action, if you paid closer attention, you realize that when I was trying to undo some effects in the process, I used this particular action, this particular one, I used it. So what it does is that it brings you, or it deletes the currently selected tool. So right now I am on the 9th anchor point, so if I click on this action, I am deleting it. Okay, you click on it again, then it moves to the previous one, which is the 8th one. So if you click on it again, it will delete it, then you move to the 7th one, as you can see. So the second action button over here actually allows you to close the loop. So let me come to this particular mode and I'll separate it from the group so that you see the difference in what I am trying to say. So I am coming back here to click on this second one, this particular one. So if I click on it, you see that it has completed the loop. So if you are drawing and you want the loop to be completed, you can just click on this and it will automatically complete it. And if you want it open, just click on the third one. So if you click on it, another button will show up, which you can actually use to open the loop again. So if I click on it, the loop opens. All right, so the next thing over here is this particular one, the scale. So the scale allows you to either maximize or minimize the length or the width of the currently selected Bezier anchor point. So for instance, if I send it to 400%, you see how large it becomes, and if I bring it to 10%, sorry, you see how small it becomes. So on this, I'll just click on the X, which is the cancel, then it will go back to the normal effect. So the next thing is rotate. The next action here is rotate. So you can actually rotate it to the negative direction and also rotate it to the positive direction. All right, I hope you are paying attention to what I am showing you. All right, so I'll still click on this X just to undo it. Sorry. So I'm taking this again. All right, so now let's move on to the stroke. Obviously we know what the stroke does. The stroke is just the outline of the shape you are trying to create. So if I increase the stroke, you are also increasing the outline of this Bezier tool. Now if I decrease it, it goes. All right, now what is next? You can see these three, this particular one, you can see it over here. Now in order to explain it perfectly, I would like to zoom this, sorry, I would like to zoom the canvas so that you see the edges of this. So your eyes should be on this particular side. All right, so if I click on the second one, you see how flat the end has become. So it is more flat than if I click on this one. This one will also be flat, but it will give it a little bit of stroke than the middle one. All right, and the first one gives you a round ending. All right, so the same thing applies. You can decrease the opacity here too. So first of all, let me lock this, or wait, let me reduce it and lock. Yeah, so you can decrease the opacity of the Bezier tool and you can increase it, and you can also select the color that you want. Then you can actually select gradients too, depending on what you are designing or what effects you want to achieve in your design. Okay, so this is the anatomy of the Bezier tool and how you can use this to achieve a very neat work or designs. I'll be doing a video on that, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first person to get notified. So this is actually the first video on Bezier tool. You'll be seeing the next video either at the end screen region or in the description. So go to the description and click on the next video. I will leave a link down there. All right, see you in my next video. Bye bye.